watering the onions. What I've done is I've just added water to the dirt on my red onions. I'm using an 8.6 ounce, 8.5 ounce styrofoam cup, adding that water to this tray. And I've done this to these as well. These are the white or yellow onions, and I've added a little bit of water, can't give you the exact amount, to these right here in the cups to get them started before I start adding the fertilizers and that sort of stuff. I'm going to show you my sweet potato slips, which you shouldn't really see much of. They're mostly underground. They were given some water yesterday. Don't know how much. I just kind of poured it in until it's sort of damp everywhere. I will be removing this lid a little bit later, but for right now it's just to help kind of hold the moisture in, and it's sort of holding the moisture in this, giving it an additional greenhouse effect. The temperature in here at this time is pushing 80 degrees. Outside it's still about 50. So we're a plus 30 degree difference. And it's not uncomfortable in this greenhouse, but it's not a lot of fun either. I have these cups that I showed you earlier that I'm going to be putting these onions into, these right here. I'm getting ready to do that. I have some other very small little cups here that you see. They're called bath cups, and I'm going to be starting some seeds in these, and once they get to going I'll be splitting them because these are cheap, very inexpensive, and then I'll be rooting these directly into the garden after they've been hardened outside for weather. On a number of occasions I've discussed working with plants. I hope to get those videos back up. This is my first foray into working with greenhouse. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using these 8-ounce cups, filling them with mushroom dirt. This is completely composted. This is what they used to grow mushrooms in. The brand of this is called Ladybug, I think. Yeah, right here, Ladybug. And I'm planting the white onions. I take these, I put them in about ½ an inch into the ground, try to get the roots in a little deeper, and then pull them up, set them to the side, grab the next one, grab my dirt, put it in here. Now they sell what's called topsoil or something to that effect at various stores. And what I found it to be is extremely coarse compost. It's not good rooting soil. That's why I went with this Ladybug stuff. Last year you could buy this for $20 a ton from various places. A ton is approximately, in rock, it's about a cubic yard. I don't know what it translates into on this stuff. However, once I have this stuff in here, and I have this this dirt in, I add some water. At this time, there are no holes in the bottom of the cup because I'm trying to get the soil to saturate. And to do that, I need to hold all the water in so that it absorbs back into the soil. I am using a coffee cup from Taco Bell. Yes, they do sell coffee, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. Fill the thing up. Put my onion in. Yeah, they're sticking together. Put my onion in so it's down about ½ an inch, and then go to the next one. This knife that you see right here, it's an EA or Echo Alpha 0315. EA 0315, Echo Alpha 0315. serrated edge on one side, a knife edge on the other, a little deal down here on the bottom, which is good for getting into the roots of weeds and pulling them up. This is a gardening knife. It's made by Fiskars. I generally do not recommend Fiskars. I used to make my living cutting trees, and at the time Fiskar equipment just didn't hold up. This knife is actually decent. I would recommend it. If you're buying loppers, I recommend Corona, like the beer. They're really good. All the stuff is made by everybody. All the stuff is generally made by the same company, but the difference, the quality of the metal that goes into it makes the difference. Fiskars is okay. Fiskars makes an aggressive tree blade that I love, but it just doesn't hold up. What I use this for is I get in here and I break up the big, let me find you up here. You find these lumps in here like this, and you can break them up real easy with this, or you can break them by hand, but it's easier just to cut it like so. There's a big old chunk in here, like a big old meteor. There it is. Look at that little baby. With this knife I can just chop it to shreds in no time at all and keep filling my cups up. As I told you a moment ago, what I'm doing with these cups is I am going to be experimenting with different fertilizers, and I'll keep you posted on that, like a 13-13-13 or Miracle Grow, and I'll find out what the numbers on that are. And the deal is you'll be able to see how this stuff works. These plants are going to be grown inside a greenhouse. Right now, the temperature is sitting at just about 80 degrees, which is very nice. I've taken off the light jacket that I was wearing, and get these roots down in there. Get this all planted back. Onions are planted about a ½ inch deep in the ground. The reason being is because the bulbs need to be able to grow, and they don't grow well when they're deep into the soil. I have 2 more to plant, and I just happen to have 2. See, got these big rocks in here that I didn't break up previously, so we do that now. Put this in about a ½ inch. Don't worry too much if it falls out. I'll pull these up just a little bit later. Right now the idea is to get them planted. There are some really good videos on getting sweet potatoes started. I mentioned what I was doing with my sweet potatoes over there. There's a guy in England that I got most of my information from. I'll have to try to find his video. It's a really good one. I don't want to duplicate what he's already done. I would suggest, if you like sweet potatoes like I do, watch his videos, subscribe to him, click the notification links, and stay apprised, because the guy has taught me a great deal of information from his channel. With that said, Dysfunctional Vet is signing off.